So it's our Women in Politics segment. And joining us now is a woman who started her career in property and facility management. She has a background in print and electronic media as a television presenter on NTA on the program Faces and Events. She was also the managing director or CEO of the National Mirror newspaper and the publisher of today's Prime News. A thoroughbred politician and women rights activist. Please welcome with us Honorable Kafilat Ogbara, Commissioner for the State Audit Service Commission. Welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you on the show. So the ladies of your view and I have decided that this season we're going to be supporting a lot of women in getting into politics, that they need a platform to tell us what they've done. We know you're currently the Commissioner for the Audit Services right now, but why are you running for office for a new position, and why do you think you can do better?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to commend the crew, your view, and I want to also commend TVC as an organization for giving you the enabling, environment to be able to do this, because a lot of women need more of this in all our media platforms. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, I am in the Lagos State Audit Service Commission as a member there, and I have been doing my bit in terms of employment for our people in my constituency, and I have also been trying to support our people in my local government in various ways. And for me, service at any level is service to humanity. It doesn't matter the office I'm holding. If I'm asked to come and serve as a councillor, if I think that is where I can touch lives, my sister, I'm ready to serve at any level.
Very good.
Because this country, we need to make deliberate efforts and take deliberate steps to ensure that we all contribute our quota in different ways to help in the development and growth of this country. A lot of us travel around and we know what happens all over the world. And then you are bothered that when exactly are we going to get there? So this is something that I am passionate about. I am very, it's not about holding a public office. I've started all this kind of emancipation right from my UNILAG days. I was the first person to break that jinx when they reserved just the assistant secretary for girls in University of Lagos. And I said, look, I want to be the OSU treasurer, and nothing is going to stop me. When I ran my campaign on campus, my sister, they thought I wanted to be a governor. And that was, I had the highest votes ever recorded in the history of UNILAG then. So, and I became the OSU treasurer, by the grace of God. Right. So there's nothing men can do that women cannot do. What is it that they are doing that we cannot do? Nothing. So that gender equality must come to be. Good. Because that is the only way we can have the real growth and development that the world needs. Today we know that the world is facing a lot of challenges. We have problem of poverty all over the place, hunger, climate change, bad health system and all that, all over the world. And when you have big challenges, it takes only bold, steps to be able to curb these challenges. Yeah. And this is why world leaders have come together to, come with global goals, to achieve global goals. Right. Because without having all these goals, the targets, there is no way we can solve all these problems. Okay. And in these global goals, we have gender equality. Yes. So until we get it right.
Just for clarity on my question, what office are you running for?
The House of Representatives, Koshofe local government, by the special grace. So
I would like you to tell, let's just bring it to the Koshofe constituency alone first. What are the issues that you see? Recently, I was driving past one of these local government I will not disclose, and I'm very familiar with the reps member for that place. And I just saw his billboard, continue the good work. I was like, as in I never suffered.
Your area.
in an area. So, within Koshofe, what are some of the issues that you'd love influence and power to change? Because you would say they already have representatives. What are they not doing exactly that you would love to change?
If it's not broken, why fix it?
My major challenge is with young people. And for a long time, I have always clamored for generational shift. I have always thought that, a lot of our politicians, a lot of our leaders, most of the time, they are there 20 years, 16 years on the same position and all that. When exactly are the young people going to take their, rightful place. And we have a lot of young people that are very intelligent, brilliant, that can do a lot of things in this country. But they need the enabling environment. But sometimes people also canvass that maybe the young people are not ready. They are not ready. Because most of the time they go on social media, criticize the system and all that. But what alternative are you bringing on board? Are you organized enough to do something different? So we find out that a lot of our young people are unemployed. And we know that it's not just about getting the jobs for the people. But while I was at the Audit Service Commission, we did an employment process, and we were able to employ a lot of young people from my constituency. I was able to influence that to ensure that a lot of young people got a job. But most importantly, we need to give them what they need to do to be self-employed and be able to create more jobs. So these are the aspects. Going to the House of Representatives is beyond just a constituency problem. It's looking broadly at the national issues and the national problems that we have as a nation and as a country. So you have to go there to see how you can influence the right laws. If we have the right number of women in the National Assembly, what happened to all those bills recently wouldn't have happened. So we need women, women representation that would truly represent even the interest of women.
But in fairness to the lawmakers, many of them voted for that bill. Many of the vote, especially in the Southwest, many of them were told actually voted. Do you think, that's also a step in the right direction, that we have lawmakers who believe in gender rights?
Were the bills passed? No.
So, that's in the end. Many times when we have people who want to be representatives of a community, of a place, I always like to know in what ways they have engaged them, in what ways they have participated in anything with them or impacted them. Could you tell us what you've done?
In Koshofe local government, I was the candidate for the House of Reps in 2003. I contested against Honorable Dr. Annie Marshall, who was in this party then. So because of the party, I didn't make it. 2007, I contested against Honorable Dayo Bush as well. I was the candidate. So for you to know that I've been around for a while, and I've paid my dues. Yes, I've paid my dues, and I've been at it, and I'm not relenting. I'm not giving up. So it's like a lifelong time ambition, which, by the grace of God, this is the right time that God is going to fulfill it.
Amen. So how are you galvanizing the grassroots women to support you? Because what we hear most of the time is when women like you want to aspire for certain positions and we help you get there, you just forget us. You wear your fine gele, fine
have you heard of swagger?
Bling, and then
have you heard of swagger?
What is swagger?
Well, swagger is the Southwest agenda for Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And by the grace of God, I am the national coordinator for women in Nigeria for Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Coordinating women across the whole country in support for Ashwaji Bola.
You know those women that are singing?
And
you know them, yeah.
Those women that are singing.
I'm a singer myself.
There's a particular interest I have in those women. That are lyrics.
They are my own. They are my people. They are swagger.
Can you help us bring them?
If anytime you want to do anytime you want them, they will be here. So I live for them.
Let me quickly add another question. So how also do you intend your voice to be heard in the House? Because I feel that women in the House, their voices are sort of
That's the real issue.
There are certain politics that they are not able to play, and so you bring this, they push it aside, you bring that. How do you want to make that?
Do you know that whatever you do, whether politics or not, it's about the personality. It's about you. Okay. So even when you get to the House, for instance, I tell people, all these people that represent us in Abuja and everywhere, at the national, whether as a minister, as a senator, whatever it is, Abuja is like a national pool. You have to bring your personality into the office. It's not about the office. It's about you. Sometimes we have national executives and somebody is just an ex-official. And you find out that that ex-official member will be the one that will be controlling what happens in the whole of that executive because of the personality. So it's about you. It's about who you are sending there to represent you. As a House of Representative member, for me, I can open any door to ensure that I protect and get the interest of my people back.
So your party is yet to select who the candidates will be. I know there'll still be a selection at some point.
Yes.
But you talked earlier about focusing on the youths. Now, we've seen also in the past where honorables give them keke napebs, empower them with computer training, empower them. I mean, we've seen quite a few of these around Koshofe. We've seen that. In your view, what do you plan to do to counter that, or to make it better, or to add to that, or to take from that?
Yes. I don't know if TVC was at the empowerment program of Senator Tokunbo Abiru. That was a breath of fresh air, because what he did was something very different in the political terrain. He brought, banks to come there. He brought a lot of people to give them a lot of trainings. Young people, educated young people from different, strata, from
If he did
schools
that's
and everywhere. And then he also brought industries. He brought this CAC to do registration for you instantly if you want to register your business. Wow. A whole range, everything was there. A one-stop empowerment program where the banks can even give you a loan if you have a business idea that is very, that was very laudable, that was very encouraging. So we need more of that. And I think our representatives at every level, not even only the National Assembly, even the local government, the houses of assembly, we have to rethink and re-strategize in terms of the, the kind of, what do I call it now, dividend of democracy that we want to bring back to our people, by ensuring that whatever we are bringing back to them is indeed something that will be beneficial and that will create even more jobs for our people, not giving keke napes or other. Although there are some category of people that these things may be beneficial.
Some might argue,
but we shouldn't. Yeah.
Some might argue that experience is better than even when it comes to lawmaking. Somebody has been there for a while, knows the intricacies, knows how to get around. If you're coming in fresh, it might be difficult for you to break through. How do you think you want to plan to break through?
Well, for you, experience counts, and I believe that experience counts. But like I said, it's about the personality. And of course, those that are there, that have been there, they started from somewhere. So, and it also depends on your level of IQ, how you are able to, your intelligence, and how you are able to brush up and catch up, and how you are even able to have a good interpersonal relationship with people that you work with. It's not about how long, but how well, and how you as an individual is able to penetrate. There's something we call lobbying, penetrating, and also, doing this thing. We know how to do it politically.
Your response brings me to, this question and this opinion that people have when it's like, when women want to sit, they just want to be pitied. Let's give them something to compensate them. But you're using terms and terminologies that says to me, this is someone that's involved in the politics of things. Could you shed more light in, would we say, politically, what you have achieved?
Well,
maybe not just in Koshofe, but other things that you have done.
Well, in politics, most of the time, we talk about gender equality. This is not just an issue of human rights. It's something that we believe that is essential for the growth and development of the country. Because once women are empowered, the nation is empowered. There is no amount of effort or, programs that we do as a nation, as a country, or as a government that can be beneficial, like ensuring that women are properly positioned. Because once a woman is properly positioned, she's empowered, the children are fine, the immediate environment is also okay, and she knows how to influence her immediate environment. And for me, as a person, I have served in different parastatals where I have been able to ensure that I come back home to mentor a lot of other women. I always ensure that women's rights are not abused. And where I see that, they want to do anything that has to go against a woman, trust me, they know I will always speak up.
You're a champion
so
for
I
women.
do this in it's an open,
All right. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about family, because, sometimes juggling, work, family, being obviously in politics for a while.
Late night meetings.
Now you want to go to Abuja. How do you want, because there are a lot of women saying you like, wait, can I actually take this kind of step? Is it possible? How do you plan to manage the whole thing?
It's very possible, because this is one of the problems we have as women. Most of the time when women come late from meetings, you find out that if you are a family that have your in-laws around, they will see it as, she's coming late. Where is she coming from? And things like that. But if it's a man that is coming late, they see that it's the breadwinner. He has gone to hustle to bring food on the table. So these are some of the issues. But you find out that late night, that is when the real decisions are made.
Why?
That is when you can get things done.
Can we change it?
For me, from my experience, when I was in PDP, I wanted to contest the House of Assembly election. And most of the leaders, they had this G14 or was it G15? They were like, no, 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 she just came to politics, blah, blah. Then I just left it like, she just came to politics. No, this is the person we are going to use. And then they started. When we wanted to do the primary election, I walked round the clock. The person I saw at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., till morning. If they line them up, this one will say she came at so time. I changed all the elections. By the morning when they wanted to do the primary election, I won. They were shocked. They cancelled it. But coincidentally, it was a woman that was the head in my local government. Mrs. Onikepo Oshodi Inogudu. I remember then it was in her house, and she was part of the people that was like, no, this is the person, the men, all of us want to use her hair. So they said, let's do it again. We did it again. The same thing. I went out. Sometimes my husband followed me. Well, we did it, and then I won again. Third time, I did it, I won again. So in the long run, you know, they have to...
You're ready to do the
So you have to be ready. It's not about being a woman, or let's give it to them. We have to give them a certain person. You have to be capable and be able and be eligible to
But you have this pretty
and you have
fine
to also
face,
work very, very hard.
You have this pretty fine face. This
No, women should not wait to be served a la carte. They should not. You have to work for it. You have to get it by merit. And don't think because you are a woman, you can influence it by back door or the backside or whichever one. No.
Doesn't last.
Work for it and get it by merit. That is my position.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, it's good to hear when women have ambition, because recently this whole Ebele Chukwu and thing that happened that she's running for Senate, and unfortunately, sadly, the video that came out with the slap with Bianca showed that, because she had come out and said, listen, I was only trying to go and greet her. And this is a woman that is running for Senate. And we're thinking to ourselves, okay, you're running for Senate, you're telling us stuff. Can we believe what you're saying? Because you just lied about walking from here to go and greet, where you actually went to go and harass them. So we need you to show competence. Have you lied to the public? Have you, are you the first person that do you have credibility? Do you have integrity?
True.
Have there been situations where they found that your word is not your bond?
Yeah, true.
We have this kind of things in us. I hope you don't have this kind of issues.
No, by grace of God. No, look, when you're coming out to contest an election, you have to check yourself. You have to check yourself very, very well. And even from home, you have to make sure the home is settled. I'm happily married. I have children. I have a grandchild. I have graduates.
Grandkids?
I have two lawyers.
You look a day after 30.
By the grace of God, by the grace of God.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
and my children are grown up, and sometimes they have their own opinion. For instance, they will tell me, Mommy, you're your own, this is your APC. Young people, we have our own agenda and all that. So it's not about just coming into politics. You have to, from home, your politics starts from home. Well, and you have to have that 100% support of the family before you go out.
Fantastic.
Or else you will not be stable. There is just no way you can do it. There's no way. My husband is my pillar, is my rock, is my everything.
That's what we need to talk about,
and
the support.
I have his 100% support. Even when I'm coming on programs like this, he shares his opinion and the trust.
That's all we can say. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The best. As I said, we're opening our platforms for women to run for office, who are running for office. Let us know. We'll be happy to give you the platform to tell us why you deserve our votes. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Thank you.